everyone, and welcome to my little corner. In this video, I am so excited. I have a book haul for you, and here's a massive amount of books that I got. I have 6 new books that, yes, I've been spending a lot of money. I gotta chill now. I have a ton to read. I don't know how long it will take me to go through all these new books, and to be honest with you, I kind of still have some books left unread from my last book haul, which has been like, I don't even know how long ago that was. And I just kind of want to show you all the books that I got. Maybe you already read them and you can give me some feedback without spoilers, please. And yeah, maybe we can read them together. Maybe you'll find books that you'll be interested in. So whichever the case, let's get started. So I'm gonna start with Hope and Other Punchlines by Julie something. Buxbaum. I really should figure out how to pronounce her last name. So basically, I was in Barnes & Noble just browsing around, and then I saw this book, I saw the name, and I immediately recognized it from her previous books, which are over here, and you might recognize them because I did reviews for both of them. They're called Tell Me 3 Things and What to Say Next, and I really love those books. I didn't even know she was coming up with a new one. Here it is. I bought it immediately because if history has taught me anything, is that this is a good author, at least for me. And the catchphrase or the catchline for this book, it says, "Sometimes looking to the past helps you find your future." If that's not deep, I don't know what is. So the synopsis of this book is actually quite long, but let me go through it fast, okay? So it says, Abby Hope Goldstein is like every other teenager with a few smallish exceptions. Her famous alter ego, Baby Hope, is the subject of internet memes, she has asthma, and sometimes people spontaneously burst into tears when they recognize her. Abby has lived almost her entire life in the shadow of September 11. On that terrible day, she was captured in what became an iconic photograph. Abby, aka Baby Hope, wears a birthday crown and grasps a red balloon just behind her. The South Tower of the World Trade Center is collapsing. Now 15 years later, Abby is desperate for anonymity and decides to spend the summer before her 17th birthday incognito as a counselor at night stay camp 2 towns away. Too bad Noah's turn, and here comes the boy, whose own world was irrevocably shattered on 9/11 as a similar summer plan. When he recognizes Abby, he believes his meeting Baby Hope is fate. Soon though, the two team up to ask difficult questions about the story behind the Baby Hope photo, but is either of them ready to hear the answers? Hope and Other Punchlines is about resilience and reinvention, first love and lifelong friendship, the legacies of loss, and the stories we tell ourselves in order to survive. It asks the essential question, what does happily ever after look like in this beautiful broken world? So this book is definitely gonna be a lot darker than the previous ones. I think the previous ones were like young adult, and they were lighthearted, and they were just fun, and it just kept you reading until the end. There were some twists at the end. I don't know about this one. I am very positive that this one will be completely different, but I really hope that I'm still gonna like it. Next book is called You Asked for Perfect by Laura Silverman. And honestly, I was attracted to the cover of this book. I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but I do that all the time. I really like the cover. It's not a big book. I feel like this is gonna be a fast, fun read. But in any case, here's what the book is about. This one is a lot shorter than the other one. It says senior Ariel Stone has spent his life cultivating the perfect college resume. First-year violinist, dedicated volunteer, active synagogue congregant, and expected valedictorian. He barely has time to think about a social life, let alone a relationship, until a failed calculus quiz puts his future on the line, forcing Ariel to enlist his classmate Amir as a tutor. As the two spend more time together, Ariel discovers he may not like calculus, but he does like Amir. When he's with Amir, the crushing academic pressure fades away and a fuller and brighter world comes into focus. But college deadlines are still looming, and adding a new relationship to his long list of commitments may just push Ariel past his limit. Full of empathy, honesty, and heart, You Ask for Perfect is a story for anyone who has ever questioned the price of perfection. So it's interesting. So basically you have this kid who's just trying to be the perfect kid. He wants to do everything right. He's doing all kinds of things. And then suddenly things seem to happen that kind of throw him off. And then he starts questioning his whole life. Like, is perfection worth it? I mean, what's the price to be perfect? So I really do like the premise of the book. I really hope that it's gonna be interesting. And I hope there's gonna be like some kind of like deep life lessons in it. And yeah, can't wait to read this one. Next one, we have a super duper cute cover. I mean, come on. It's called Love and Gelato, and it is so adorable. Come on, I love cute covers. I'm just like in love with the book, and I'm gonna be so disappointed if it's not good. This is by Jenna Evans Welch. The catchphrase on it, it says, "I made the wrong choice," which, I mean, that is totally relatable. We all make wrong choices. So this one, here's what it is about. It says, Lena is spending the summer in Tuscany, but she isn't in the mood for Italy's famous sunshine and a fairy tale landscape. She's only there because it was her mother's dying wish that she get to know her father. But what kind of father isn't around for 16 years? All Lena wants to do is go back home. But then she is given a journal that her mom had kept when she lived in Italy. Suddenly, Lena's uncovering a magical world of secret romances, art, and hidden bakeries. A world that inspires her, along with the ever-so-charming Ren, to follow in her mother's footsteps and unearth a secret that has been kept for far too long. It's a secret that will change everything Lena knew about her mother, her father, and even herself. People come to Italy for love and gelato, someone tells her. But sometimes they discover much more. I'm kind of like torn on this book because I love the cover, and I gotta admit that's why I bought it. The synopsis of the book is not that much interesting, to be honest with you. This synopsis doesn't really give much away. I really hope that there's gonna be like twists and like interesting adventures at least, and I really hope that it's gonna be interesting inside. So yeah, I hope I don't get disappointed, because I have to admit that's not the best synopsis in the world. Next up, we have My Favorite Half-Night Stand by Christina Lauren. Okay, so a very good friend of mine introduced me to Christina Lauren, and I really loved their books. I read 2 of their books. So Christina Lauren is not just one person, it's actually 2 authors with their names combined, and they write a bunch of like love stories, and honestly these are not for a younger audience. I would say that these are romances for a more mature audience, because there's a lot of like sexy scenes in the books, and by the title of this book you can already tell that there's gonna be like some R-rated stuff going on. And here's what it is about. Millie Morris has always been one of the guys. A UC Santa Barbara professor, she's terrible at getting personal. And she, just like her 4 best guy friends and fellow professors, is perma-single, which I'm guessing is a new word for permanent single. So when a university function turns into a black-tie gala, Millie and her circle make a pact that they'll join an online dating service to find +1s. But there's a hitch. After making the pact, Millie and one of the guys secretly spend the sexiest night of their lives together, but decide they would be better off platonic. Online dating isn't for the faint of heart. While the guys are inundated with quality matches, Millie's first profile garners nothing but dick pics. Enter Catherine, Millie's fictional persona, in whose shoes she can be more vulnerable than she's ever been in person. Catherine and Reed strike up a digital pen pal ship, but Millie can't resist temptation in real life either. Soon, Millie will have to face her worst fear, intimacy, or risk losing her best friend. So, you know, there's R-rated moments there, but I feel like this is gonna be like a romantic comedy genre, which is like my favorite kind of movie, but in a book too. So I'm really excited to read this one. Next up, I got The Unhoneymooners, also by Christina Lauren. By the way, they write a whole ton of books. They release like 2 books a year. It's insane. So I could say this is my favorite book cover from all of their books. This is super tropical, It's really cute, and there's like a texture to it, which I always appreciate covers with texture. So this one says, Olive Torres is used to being the unlucky twin. From inexplicable mishaps to a recent layoff, her life seems to be almost comically jinxed. By contrast, her sister Amy is an eternal champion. She even managed to finance her entire wedding by winning a slew of contests. Unfortunately for Olive, the only thing worse than constant bad luck is having to spend the wedding day with the best man and her nemesis, Ethan Thomas. Olive braces herself for wedding hell, determined to put on a brave face, but when the entire wedding party gets food poisoning, the only people who aren't affected are Olive and Ethan. Suddenly, there's a free honeymoon up for grabs, and Olive will be damned if Ethan gets to enjoy paradise solo. Agreeing to a temporary truce, the pair head for Maui. After all, 10 days of bliss are worth having to assume the role of loving newlyweds, right? But the weird thing is, Olive doesn't mind playing pretend. In fact, the more she pretends to be the luckiest woman alive, the more it feels like she might be. So this definitely has a fun ring just in the synopsis. Like, you can already tell that this is gonna be just a fun book. So I am pretty positive that I am absolutely gonna love this book. And last but not least, the last book that I got is called The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. Also a cute cover, I gotta say. I already said it. Also, I am really appreciating the use of these fantastic cute fonts in the books. Like, now that I look at it, they're using like super cute fonts. I like that. So this book, on the back there's the synopsis, and it says Ryan has one unread text message on her phone and it's been there for almost a year. So that really, it caught my attention. I'm curious to find out what happened. She hasn't tried to read it, she can't, she won't, because that one message is the last thing her best friend ever said to her before she died. But as Ryan finds her, by the way, I don't know if it's Ryn or Ryan, it's R-Y-N. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. She finds herself trapped in the Denver International Airport on New Year's Eve. Thanks to a never-ending blizzard on the 1-year anniversary of her best friend's death, fate literally runs into her. And his name is Xander. When the two accidentally swap phones, they are thrust into the chaos of an unforgettable all-night adventure, filled with charming and mysterious strangers, a secret New Year's Eve bash, and a possible Illuminati conspiracy hidden within the airport. But as the bizarre night continues, all Ryan can think about is that one unread text message. It follows her wherever she goes because Ryan can get her brilliantly wild and free-spirited best friend out of her head. Ryan can't move on. But tonight, for the first time ever, she's trying, and maybe that's a start. As moving as it is funny, The Chaos of Standing Still is a heartwarming story about the earth-shattering challenges life throws at us, and the unexpected strangers who help us along the way. Most of these, or basically almost, is always a love story. I'm just that kind of person. I am really curious to find out what that last text message is, honestly. I am still not sure in which order I'm gonna read these books, or which one where I'm gonna start. I might start with On Honeymooners, because that one seems really fun and I can't wait to read it. But I'm definitely gonna go through all of these. Okay, so out of all the books that I just showed you, have you read any of them? If you did, please let me know which one, and if you liked it, how was it? Without spoilers, please. And also let me know if you got interested in any of the books that I just showed you, and if so, which book or books are you interested in, and which one or which ones do you think you're gonna be reading with me? So this is it for this video. I can't wait to get started on these books, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.